First of all, let me thank you for being here this rainy day. And number two, I've only been to 2 of these conventions, but without a doubt, these are the nicest people I have ever met, and I've been to much bigger conventions. Now, who's got some wise questions? Yeah.
I would like to know, how did you get the part of Jason? And did you know the first movies? And what do you think about the series in your part?
The man wants to know how I got the part of Jason. I was a professional stuntman, and they were casting for Jason, and they had never used a stuntman before. And I went in and read for it, not knowing that Jason had no more lines. But I did read like a page and a half of dialogue, and they said, "Yeah, fine, you got it." And I went down, sat for about 2 hours and read the entire script, and I came back and I said, "Well, thank you very much. This is not my kind of show." I got home, and one of the crew called me and he said, "Ted, did you get the part?" I said, "Well, I had it, and I gave it back to him because I wanted to do this kind of show." And he said, "Well, you know, you're going to be on hold 6 weeks, and when you're on hold, that means you're employed by the company, and they pay you full salary. They had to make cast my waist up." I called him back and I said, "You know what, I really thought it over, I'm going to do the show." So that's how I got it.
And what do you think about the movie? And what do you think about the series? Have you watched the movies?
I hate to admit this. I did not go to the Rushes. The producer sent a limo to pick my wife way up. I had already told him I wasn't coming, but we went, and we sat through the entire thing, and after watching it all, I still felt that it wasn't what I wanted to do in the motion picture business, but there were young kids there that were just getting started. It was a start for a lot of them, and I was then happy that I'd done it. Anybody else? Yeah.
Hi, Ted. I had a question. Where did you get your inspiration to portray Jason the way you did? I mean, the radical change from the behavior of Jason in Part 3 to the almost violent madman behavior in Part 4. Where did you get your ideas and inspiration for that role?
All of the other Jasons were not stunt people. Some of them were just actors and looking for a job. Some of them were much smaller than me. After I got the part, I met with the executive producer and the director, and they said, "Let's have your input on what Jason should do." And I said, "Well, I think he should act like a man, number one, and I think he should run." So that's what happened. We didn't set out any great plans, and I ran some of the time. I moved a little faster than some of them. That was one thing that's changed, actually, from the other Jasons.
And also another question I wanted to ask. How was it for you, the whole experience, shooting Part 4? I mean, was it hard, or was it just one big fun event for you?
There's nothing hard about the part of Jason.
No, not even the moments where you're walking through all soaked clothing, and having to perform a lot of stunts yourself? Oh yeah, but what I meant was, how was the whole experience for you, shooting the movie?
Well, There was really no new experience for me from shooting the movie. I had been in the motion picture business several years at that time and done several features, so there was nothing unusual about working in that picture. In fact, I said nothing and walked around killing people. But that was nothing unusual, really. Anybody else out there? Well, I'll give you a little bit of this. All right, go ahead.
No? Many horror movie actors say it's kind of hard to express emotions when you have to act a mask, when you have lots of makeup. Do you think it helps being a physical actor, stuntman, to do this?
I don't know whether it would help or not being a stuntman to do the part. I'm sure that any man out there could have done the same thing if he wanted to. It's just that that's the way I perceived him to be, and that's the way I tried to be. But there's nothing special. In other words, you could do it, he could do it, anybody out there could do the same thing. I'll just give you a little bit of some of the background of what happened on that shoot. When we were on the set, I made a habit of never sitting down when people could see me. I always sat back in the back because I had the makeup on, which we couldn't take off. It was a 4.5-hour job putting it on in the morning. So I sat back in the back, and when people came on the set to visit, they never actually saw me. And we were shooting at night down in a canyon. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. And our dressing rooms were up on the side of the road. Very cold, very dark, and I had the makeup on with the axe going through half of my head with a knife. So I started walking up, and you know, when you've got the makeup on all day, you forget that you have it on. And there were 2 guys parked in a car beside the road, and they had seen all the motion picture equipment, and they knew some movie was being shot. So as I was walking up, it came around in front of the car, and they had the headlights on. As I walked up to the front of the car, one of the guys stuck his head out and said, "Hey buddy, is there a..." And I said, "Hi guys, what are you doing?" Well, they hit the button and the car flew out there about 50 miles an hour down the road and scared the hell out of me. Other things that happened on the show that were a little on the unusual side. We had the director's first cousin came on. He walked around and all the cast and he said, "Where's JC?" And I said, "Well, he's back here." Over there, sat down. So he walked over to me. I had no mask on, I had nothing on, I was just sitting there, I hadn't gone into makeup yet. And he said, "They say you're Jason." And I said, "Yeah, I guess I am." He said, "Well, where's all the rest of it?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, they're cutting your head." I said, "Well, I went to the doctor and had that fixed a long time ago." He said, "Well, I can't even see the scars." Now, people, sometimes start believing what they see. Anything else out there? Well, it's a quiet crowd.
Keine mehr Frage?
Yep, thank you guys for coming. If there's anything else you'd like to know about that feature or anything else that I've done, I'd be glad to answer. Let me just give a quick resume. I've been in the motion picture business 51 years. I started as a stuntman and went to the acting end of it. And I now have a production company. I've been producing commercials. Coming up here was just a pleasant trip, and I enjoyed it. And I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here, and I've enjoyed this Germany trip. Thank you very much.